British tourists shocked by America. As you may or may not know, it may not be what you believe, what you've been told to, have you been lied to. I've been seeing a lot of these videos lately on social media. This is the newest one. Looks like it was just uploaded about 17 hours ago. Shout out to the original person who uploaded this. His name is Brit Rant. So if you want, you can go ahead and subscribe to him. But let's go ahead and play this video, shall we?
One of the greatest moments in my life. This is the best World Cup of all time.
The thing that shocks me and surprises me every single day is their American hospitality.
It's not the food, it's not the amazing locations. I mean, these are all great, but I promise you, it is the people.
One thing I love about America is how friendly people are.
So I literally just complimented someone's bunny ears on the street and they gave them to me.
The woman says, "Oh no, the man in the hat already paid for your beers."
No, that's too much, bro. No. He's giving us $100 here, man. No, that's too much, bro.
You need cookies, do you, baby? For a moment, I forgot I was married.
One thing I love about Americans, you guys hold the door for everyone.
I'm gonna go ask if I can go have a look at the fire engines. And they've let me in.
We've had invitations to have barbecues with people's families, people offering to fill our cars up with petrol for a road trip.
To be honest, it was quite overwhelming just how kind and generous these amazing people are.
I'm literally lost for words, guys. It's like the human decency, the love, the compassion, the hospitality, everything. These people are some of the finest in the world.
It's not just a myth, it's a real thing, and I've experienced it firsthand.
Jeez, you people in Boston are so lovely and friendly.
Yeah, some of this, I think a lot of this is genuine. Some of it may be overhyped for social media, but I would say that, yeah, Americans can definitely be friendly. As far as the situation with the guy giving $100, I don't want people to come here and expect all the time that people are just going to give him money. There's already like a stereotype if you travel, if you're American, that maybe you got a lot of money, especially if you go to places like Thailand, Vietnam, Indonesia, etc. They're like, oh, American? Or you go to Brazil, right? I've been to Brazil. I think just because you got that passport, you may have a little bit of money. Knowing what I know now, I'm here to tell you most Americans don't have money like that. Like, I was even surprised when it comes to the credit report. Like, I don't even put too much effort into my credit report, but I got a cool little score. And the thing is, they'll give you updates. Like, they'll tell you your score exceeds 60% of all Americans or something like that. So I'm like, wow. Right. And I had that. I think that's when I was a lot lower. I think I was like 30, 40 points lower when I got that. And now I've gone up. So I can only imagine how many more Americans I surpassed according to this. But yeah, don't think that all Americans are going to give you $100. Yes, Americans can be friendly towards outsiders. But yeah, let's play some more.
Don't judge it until you come here, because you will be pleasantly surprised.
Before visiting America, many British tourists admit they weren't quite sure what to expect. Some imagined a country where people kept to themselves. Others expected the stereotypes they'd seen online: rude service, unfriendly strangers, or a culture that felt completely different from home. But for thousands of British visitors arriving in the United States, especially during the FIFA World Cup, the biggest surprise hasn't been the giant supermarkets, the huge food portions, or the massive highways. It's been the people. Complete strangers striking up conversations, restaurant staff going out of their way to help.
And I will say real quick that it does depend on where you're at for some of those things. Like when they said conversations striking up out of nowhere, a lot of times if you're more so on the East Coast, especially the bigger cities like, you know, Boston, New York, etc., maybe even Philly, I've heard it's like that. I've only been to Philly one time, but there maybe not be as open when it comes to those general small conversations as somewhere like Fargo, North Dakota, or maybe Kissimmee, Florida, or some random city, Reno, Nevada, right? Typically, the smaller the city, the more friendly the people are, right? The more value human connections. I was in a small city, like probably 25,000 people a couple years ago, and it's like everybody would just talk. You would just sit there and have conversations like for minutes. It's not just a quick hi and bye. Hey, how are you? No, they would actually sit there for a second. Okay, what's going on? What's new? Have you heard about blah blah blah? More gossip and stuff like that. City of 25,000, so kind of everybody knows each other, right? So people are related, all that type of stuff. So yeah, I would say it depends on where you go. The lady who mentioned the thing about the door being open, I think that was very interesting because I try to open the door for other people. I actually, it's funny that she mentioned this because just yesterday I opened the door for someone in this building, right? And I was kind of surprised they didn't say thank you or nothing. Like I purposely stopped, hold it for them, all that type of stuff. But I was like, you know what? That's just my mindset. But I feel like thanks to social media, a lot of countries are getting somewhat similar, especially Western countries. So what I mean by that is like every time I've been to Europe, I kind of feel like kind of similar to America, to be honest. There will be slight differences, but it's just like how you go to the different states, there will be differences. That's kind of how I felt with Europe. Outside of the processed food and things like that, I'm talking about just interacting with people. It feels so much like the States. I mean, they watch the same cartoons when they were kids that we watch. Like, I'll meet someone and they'll make references to certain cartoons they watch. Or they'll be like, yeah, when I was a kid, I played Pokemon. Or I used to have a PlayStation or a Nintendo or whatever. It's kind of like similar, right? We watched the same shows, played the same video games, played the same sports, went outside. Kind of the same time. Certain countries, they'll let little kids be outside at like midnight. But like Spain, for example, you're like, well, what's going on here? You know, but generally speaking, it was kind of very similar childhood. But let's go back to the video, shall we?
Locals offering recommendations, giving directions, paying for someone's meal, or simply welcoming visitors with a smile. For many British tourists, that level of friendliness comes as a genuine surprise. It isn't something they expected before stepping off the plane. In today's episode of Brit Rants, we're looking at why so many British tourists are leaving America saying exactly the same thing. We never expected Americans to be this kind. Let's take a look at the moments changing people's opinions about the United States.
America, you've given me one of the greatest moments in my life. This is the best World Cup of all time. Just listen, this is unbelievable. Here we go, touching you.
So I literally just complimented someone's bunny ears on the street and they gave them to me. That's how nice people are in America. It's so cute. I'm heading off to the beach and my boyfriend's made me a picnic. How nice is that? It's just such a good day in America, always. The best life here.
He bought you guys dinner? Yeah, I bought all of our dinners. We went to pay and the guy was like, no, it's already been paid for. They went for a beer this morning.
Yeah, that's very nice. I'm glad they had that dope experience. I actually had an experience like that going through the drive-thru though. It was like right before I moved to Asia. I remember texting my mom telling her, but there was a guy, I was going through McDonald's and it was taking forever. I'm like, what's going on? You know, I wanted to hurry up and get back because I was on my lunch break or whatever. And then when I got to the thing, there was like the guy ahead paid for you in the next couple cars. So I'm like, wow, dude was feeling good, you know. So things like that can definitely happen. Shout out to humanity. Shout out to America. Shout out to all the Europeans. Come to America. It's not as bad as you've been told. Trust me. And you'll find, if you have the finances, of course, your level of comfort or your level of desired entertainment. I tell people San Diego, California is a good city because it's big. You got a good food culture. If you like adult beverages, there's a big culture of that. It's one of the prettiest cities I've seen. It's one of the safest big cities in America. And it has also, as a sixth thing, some of the best weather within the United States. So, I mean, you can't beat that. The only downside is a little pricey, but hey, you're paying a little extra for something higher premium quality. So go for it. By the way, shout out again. I want to say shout out again to Speak Good. He donated some coffees. I have a link down below or in my main channel, Buy Me Coffee. If you ever want to donate, I got a PayPal link there. I got Buy Me Coffee. And then you can always donate either on live stream or by donating GIF in the comments section. It was previously my birthday, so that's why I'm very excited because I didn't tell none of my subscribers. I actually hid it for a while, like, because they would always ask me, when's your birthday? When's your birthday? I used to always try to push it to the side. So he surprised me with that. He bought me 3 coffees, so shout out to him. And that was my birthday, a good birthday gift, all that type of stuff. I am going to make an official studio, so I am actually taking the money I'm getting from YouTube plus my own personal money, and I'm trying to make like a little miniature studio in my apartment. So I'm currently in Bangkok, Thailand. I will be back in the States in these coming up weeks. When I'm back in the States, I'm gonna get a new apartment. I already got a job offer, trying to get a second job right now, but I'm still gonna give y'all content on a regular basis despite having 2 jobs. I'm a workaholic, and I'm gonna keep that going. Going back to America, still gonna be doing some traveling, some vlogging every so often, but mainly I'll be in my home city. Peace.